Welcome to the return of this game for the third quarter between Nabisunsa and the Miracle Ravens. It's the women's category in the National Basketball League here in Uganda, where the Ravens, seeking their first victory, are taking command of this game against the schoolgirls. But the schoolgirls also giving it all the fight that it deserves. And let's see what will happen in this third quarter, because a lot of basketball experts will tell you that the third quarter is probably the most important quarter of any basketball game. But it's a massive lead for the Ravens as action tips off here for the third quarter with the first attempt coming from Nabisunsa from behind the arc can't fall, but the rebound is theirs. Namale Sarah, again Nabisunsa from deep.
Finally,
Patience Naziria getting it to go. Gloria,
hold on, Michael.
Yeah.
It looks like that shot has been cancelled. Referee Liz Nambuya just indicated a cancelled shot. That's why they went to the sideline to inbound the ball.
Painful if you're Nabisunsa coach.
Very painful.
Yeah.
Very, very painful.
You want it to fall, to have that sort of house on fire approach for this third quarter.
Oh yes, it was called a traveling violation of on the shot. That's why the referee cancelled that shot. Still looking at your screens right now, the score is in favor of Miracle Ravens, 31-14, as we go into the horrible third quarter. Nabisunsa almost causing a turnover right there. Sarah on the high post, posting up, fake, up she goes. Can the basket fall? No, it doesn't, but she picks up a foul. She picks up the first foul for the quarter for the Ravens. Sarah right now on your screen, shot 13 for Nabisunsa.
I love her footwork for such height.
Yeah, it's I like to call her very delicate. She takes her time and tries to make sure she does the right thing as she misses the first shot. Coach Nelson standing up, I think he's whispered something to her, because she needs to get those free throws going. They're going to foul her. Darlene pulling up a power rebound there, an offensive rebound, which is a good thing for Nabisunsa. Still Ravens deploying their man-to-man defense. Sarah going up again. This time she misses the shot, and Barbara running down the floor of her rebound. And she turned up she goes.
Speaking of footwork, look at that.
She avoided the defenders, avoided the charge call, and she managed to put up 2 points off the glass. Nabisunsa will need to rework their game, relax a bit, fake baseline drive, misses the floater. The rebound is off. A Miracle Ravens. Nabisunsa has a chance to rectify this one with 14 seconds on their clock. Inbound to Sarah. Fakes, drops the step, but can't get to go up. Kicking it back, baseline again. She just needs to lift that shot a little higher. You feel my pain, Michael?
Yeah, I feel it.
A little
just
higher.
Inches away from dropping.
That's when you wish girls could dunk. That would be an alley for one of your centers.
Yeah.
Probably if Sarah could just go up and just finish it in the rim. Nabisunsa calling their first timeout.
Quite an early timeout as well.
The score is extending, so I'm sure they're trying to get this right. The Ravens looking chilled out. That is Coach Arnold Katavi talking to his players right now. They look more relaxed today in this third quarter. They look like they have this one in the bag as they try to work on, but they have already scored, and they have the lead right now. They have a double-digit lead for the Ravens right now. The what is it called? The dart is on Nabisunsa. As on your screen, we look at Brenda Nachitende, who won a championship with the JKL Dolphins. She has also played for the UCU Cannons, driving her way through. So she also brings a wealth of experience aside from Barbara Namuwaya. So Miracle has these two players going for them, and as well as Kush Nakazi. Right now she's on the bench. They have this experience coming in, and then they have their leader in Aliano, who's doing a very good job commanding the floor. and getting her girls to play just the way she wants as they look for this first victory of the first round for the Miracle, the Rubaga-based team looking for their first victory.
Formerly Uganda Matters University, but now playing as Miracle Ravens for the first time in National Basketball League history. So it will be a historic win if it were to come. It will be the first under their brand, Miracle Ravens. And how pleased will Arnold Katabi be as we watch Darlene Tashovia trying to work the ball. Nabisunsa.
Turnover from Priscilla
Nambogo.
She bounced off Brenda Nachitende. She's still feeling that as she rubs her arm a little bit. Today is a rough one for the light blue team. Darlene on defense on the low block. She's being helped by Priscilla on the drive. Nachitende kicking it to push.
Off the window.
Off the backboard. Miracle, as you can see, their bench is having a very good time. The red line again, Michael.
Wow.
The red line. Almost a turnover from
Nabisunsa, but
they were saved by the red line as Barbara Namoya stepped on it while she was trying to steal the ball. So Nabisunsa will still have possession. The full court press, man-to-man defense deployed by the Ravens, still working for them. And a bad pass from shot 10, turnover from Nabisunsa. Today's card for Nabisunsa reads turnover ratio.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be a low-scoring game for them.
Very low, because
even in games which they have lost, they have tried to put on a score.
Right now, they are yet to enter the 20 figures.
Absolutely.
They're still at 14 as Ravens extend their lead. And possession ball for Nabisunsa as a shot clock violation is committed by the Ravens. Tamasha back on the court for Nabisunsa right now.
Behind the back again.
Behind the back. Shot 10 really enjoying herself. Darlene goes up. Finally, a mini mid-range from Darlene Tashovia. That should give them some energy to play defense again from behind the arc. Aliano misses it. Darlene on the drive.
Into traffic.
Turnover. And Miracle will get the ball back. Namoya bringing it down to Nachitende, who is commanding the play for the Ravens.
Rise of defense from the Nabisunsa supporters, and this is what they wanted to see from their team. Reacting this third quarter. Wow, the finish can't go from Linda Abba.
The left-hand layup as Nachitende brings the ball down for the Ravens. Good passing from the Ravens. Shot goes up but doesn't fall. Sarah with the rebound. Tamasha running to do what she does best. Missing the layup, but she picks up a foul on the drive. Tamasha, to me today, is really bowling her heart out. She is the one on the fast break. She is the one on the steals. So she's giving some energy to this Nabisunsa team and doing a pretty good job. She misses the fast break layup, but she picks up the foul from the team captain, Miracle Ravens, shot 5. So Tamasha will go to the line, makes the first of 2, and the fans I see are waking up now. So more energy from them. Tamasha going for the second, makes both. And the substitution call for the Ravens. We'll see who will be stepping in for them.
And just to pick your mind, Gloria, is how do you want them to play their defense and Nabisunsa, because we saw they were pounded in the first 2 quarters. Is it right for them to think of a full court press maybe?
No, right now they've actually changed their defense to a 3-2 to try and double team Barbara Namuaya, who is killing them on the low block. But Aliano has become a problem for them as she sinks another one beyond the arc. But like you asked, Michael, right now Nelson has tried to change the Nabisunsa defense. I don't think a full court press will work for them. Miracle will use the experience to run them down. But right now they're doing a pretty good job. The 3-2 will keep out Barbara off the glass, off the rebounds, because they're able to double team and help the player that's down there, which is a good job right now. You see right there, that was the double team forcing a turnover.
Absolutely.
And Sarah
They
takes
seem
the
better
ball
now.
down. It's much better for the defense. I think Coach Nelson has asked them to play. But offensively, they are going to need to convert these baskets when they get down there. They're doing a good job on defense, but they're not converting on their offense, which they are going to need to work on right now.
Nachitende doesn't hit anything, so Nabisunsa will celebrate that missed shot. Had a big game against the Magic Stormers. Nachitende, those 11 points. It's Nabisunsa inbound. They're trailing by 20 in this third quarter. And they have turned the ball over. Nachitende driving to the hole, but there's traffic and
Very
good
good
defense from somebody.
Tamasha. She
Yeah.
was able to recover and run back. That's the energy I'm talking about.
She has
Tamasha
done
brings
literally all it-
this
all
energy
it.
to the Nabisunsa team. I wish she could pick up a couple of her teammates and rub off this same energy onto them. Sarah is also doing a good job altering the shots for the Miracle Ravens. Patience is having a good time bringing the ball down with her crossovers. Now they need to limit these turnovers and they need to convert every time they go up. So Ravens still have the lead in this game. It's still a 20-point lead as the lead
Dalin goes up.
tries to shoot the ball but misses. Nachitende, who hasn't taken a break since she came on, you see the wealth of experience she brings for this team when it's time to slow it down, when it's time to run it. Hustle play on the rebound. Ravens secures the ball. Shot doesn't
almost
fall.
off the glass.
Still the hustle going on. And Nabisunsa fighting.
Try to break this one, but
Yeah,
we always
ball
thought
falls short on the pass.
we always thought it was a risky one, as
But looking at the defense, you see how the Nabisunsa defense has actually limited Barbara Namuwaya, who was commanding the low block down there. She's practically struggling right now to score because every time she touches the ball, there's two light blue shirts around her. So she's not able to do what she's been doing for the first two quarters. So their defense has got improved drastically. Now it is the offense that needs to. Sarah going up.
wow, what a
little
move!
step. A little step into the defense, and she pulls up some points for them as Aliano brings the ball down again for the Ravens. So that is the 3-2 defense, which forms into the 1-2-2. So that is the two blues that I was talking about. Very good defense. Can they beat the shot clock? Can the Ravens beat the shot clock? Still good defense. Possession ball for the Ravens.
Yeah, Fatuma Moda being very intense there with that defense. Nabisunsa shot 5.
No, they couldn't beat the shot clock, meaning Nabisunsa has played very good defense. So Miracle has violated the shot clock. They couldn't get a shot off in time. So good defense from the Nabisunsa ladies as they get back the ball. And hopefully they are able to convert on this possession as well, as we have number 4 checking in for Miracle Ravens. Christine has just checked in as Brenda Nachitende takes a rest to the bench. Nabisunsa will try and convert on this one. A player tumbling down on the floor as she gets up quick. Hustle play. Can Nabisunsa beat the clock?
Wow.
And another traveling violation.
Yeah, traveling violation. And I guess you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the interruptions here and there, but you're watching live action of the Uganda National Basketball League. It's the women's category, and we have a double header for you today. It's Nabisunsa in the women's category against the Miracle Ravens based in Rubaga for this first game, and we are into the third quarter, opening moments of this third quarter, and the Ravens, they are in possession, leading this game by 38-20. I am Michael Chigozi alongside Gloria Chomugisha in your commentary box before we can bring you power against Tropical Royals, another newly promoted team in the men's category.
As we watch right there with 2 minutes, 48 seconds, Nabisunsa stealing the ball, going on the drive to Darlene, who squares up but doesn't pull up. They're trying to be patient with this ball, but shot 6 will attempt, although her shot falls short, and Miracle picks the rebound. Aliano trying to cross over, but the ball is stolen again. And in frustration, she commits
and a technical foul.
A technical foul. This is a
game against the captain
that teaches you the discipline of controlling that red wire that we all have in our heads. So she got frustrated because a kickball wasn't called. She committed a foul and she picked up a technical foul. So those are 2 fouls in a space of 5 seconds. Michael, I don't know what you think of this fouling situation for the captain. Is it a good look for the Ravens?
Certainly no coach would want their player, let alone their captain,
exactly,
to be in foul trouble.
She's going to have to relax a bit. I mean, it's a beautiful Sunday morning. Just breathe in, breathe out.
And she's been doing well,
She's been doing well. You have a very huge lead.
Yeah, and there will always be those sort of calls that you'll contest.
True.
So
true. So she will go to the bench for the rest of this quarter, which has about 2 minutes and 37 seconds left.
As we watch some of the best moves and the best shots from our production team. But
as we look, Michael, as we see these pictures, I mean, looking at the stats lead, Barbara Namwaya has a total of 22 rebounds for this game. 22.
That's
in comparison to the top rebounder for Nabisunsa, who has only collected 6 rebounds.
And that therein lies the secret.
Exactly.
Behind this sort of performance that you're seeing from the Miracle Ravens.
Yes.
I think we always thought that the rebounds.
So Nabisunsa will get a chance to go to the line, and they'll get possession of the ball after going to the line. So they pick Darlene, who will take these shots, but they still have possession of the game, of the ball after this. So they have a chance to at least make it a 4-point play for themselves. Darlene misses the first, misses the technical foul. Well, she's cheerful about it, so hopefully it can be corrected. But still, Nabisunsa gets possession of this ball because of the technical foul call. And they will go to Sarah on the low post.
And of course, for people who are watching basketball for possibly their first months or so, what's the impact of that technical foul once you receive a technical foul in basketball?
Luckily, you don't get a rest out on the next game. That is the advantage of basketball. The only problem is it puts let us have a scenario where Nabisunsa was down by 1 point, and probably this is the 4th quarter with 5 seconds on the clock, because Nabisunsa had a chance to go to the line. If you have a very good shooter, the shooter converts that foul and they get possession of the ball.
Yeah,
so
you're in trouble as we watch. An attempt from deep from Nachitende Brenda.
Right now, that technical didn't affect Miracle Ravens, luckily. But in any other scenario, it would have been a different story. But at the same time, you said, as a leader, Aliano, this is something she could control, something she has to control for her troops looking up to her.
But also, obviously, as we watch the Ravens go to the hoop, but the travel violation called. If you get 2 technical fouls, of course, in the game,
it's an
automatic ejection, so you do not want to find yourself.
No, right now, if Arnold gives Aliano an opportunity to get back on the court, she will have to have her emotions in check, because the second technical will see her walk out of the arena. You don't even get a chance to watch your team as they play, because an ejection sends you straight out of the arena. You don't have that opportunity.
Yeah, so that's some of the education that you're getting for yourself here on Sanyuka TV, your home of sport, continuing to deliver on our promise as Next Media under this brand, bringing all the sport that you crave for. We had some athletics for you yesterday, some live athletics from Nambole, And now we have the basketball for you. It's a double header. 20-point lead for the team in that dark blue kit as Darlene finishes off both shots from the charity line.
Interestingly, Nabisunsa has gone for the full court press, and they have almost picked up a turnover off the Ravens, but on the drive, Josephine, traveling violation is again called by the referee. Another turnover from the Ravens as Josephine traveled on her drive to the hoop. Tamasha with the ball, kicking it to Sarah.
Wow.
Oh,
too hard, too high.
Too high. She forgets that we don't have too many 6-footers in the women's game. And
she may be donning shots, just a 6. But not a 6-footer by any standards.
Nachitende will bring the ball down for the Ravens.
I love the fact that she uses both hands.
I mean, if you've played this game for 3 years, 3, 5, 7, 8 years, and you can't use both hands, then there's not much you've achieved in the category of basketball, because that is where the best moves come in, when you're able to do anything and everything. So Nachitende will come in and take the point guard position. Although in all the teams she's played with, she's rarely been a point guard. So surprising to see that Miracle has graduated her to the point guard position. She's always been a shooting guard for most of the teams she's played with. As Ravens miss the shot, Nabisunsa will get the inbound. And still both teams now playing full court press. Nabisunsa, of course, playing the press because they want to close this 19-point gap. Ravens playing the full court press because they want to increase the gap. So both teams looking to intensity. Both teams looking to achieve something from the game. As we see Darlene on your screen, shot 11 for Nabisunsa. Possession ball for the Ravens. They forced a turnover from Nabisunsa's inbound.
From way deep.
Attempt. 2 seconds on the clock to close this quarter. Let's see if Nabisunsa can do something magical.
Need to throw it long.
Oh dear.
But not.
I think
out.
She shot 5. We'll speak to Nelson. Maybe she'll try out for baseball practice, just to learn how to throw the ball. Just to throw the ball. 1 second on the clock, and Miracle now
but that
has...
ball was not touched by the opponent. I would think that the clock would be readjusted to what it was.
True, what you speak of there.
Yeah.
Miracle having a chance to pull up, but she misses it. Shot 6. Christine misses the shot.
Yeah, in basketball generally, the clock begins to go off once, the second player has touched the ball. It was curious for this particular move.
The curious case of the shot clock.
Of the shot clock, yeah. And sometimes every second counts, as we know. So it's the end of the third of the 4 quarters that are played in basketball. Still, the Miracle Ravens leading this game comfortably, as they have done throughout the course of the game. They have led at least by double figures. But any other key statistics that you might want to bring us, Gloria?
Oh, yes. I was just looking at the leaderboard right now, the points leaderboard. Before Brenda Aliano picked up her technical, she was the leader for Ravens. Her and big man Barbara Namuaya lead the Ravens with 10 points apiece. And for Nabisunsa, Sarah Namale has the top scoring sheet with 8 points. And looking at the points sheet, Nabisunsa is yet to have a player in double figures. For Ravens, they have 2 players in double figures. Brenda Nachitende follows closely with 7 points as we enter the 4th quarter of this game. And for the assists, Emily Nerima for Miracle Ravens has 3 assists to her name, and Patience Karunji leads Nabisunsa with 2 assists to her name. Of course, Barbara Namuaya leading the rebounds tally for both teams. She has 22 massive boards to her name, and Sarah Namale comes in strong with 7 boards to her name for Nabisunsa. Nabisunsa needs to have at least 3 of their players in double figures. And as we were watching in the 3rd quarter, their leading scorer, Karunji, wasn't able to step back on the court. I think her health is not top-notch today. So she has
That's
sat
a big
out.
blow for them, yeah.
Very big blow. She has sat out for these last 10 minutes. And it's really showing its effects on this young Nabisunsa team, because she is their leader both on the floor and in scores as well. And she's very vocal because I've seen her play. She plays with her heart. Tamasha has tried to bring energy to the team, and she has 6 points to her name, followed closely by Darlene Tashovia. As we enter the fourth quarter of this game, Miracle Ravens on your screen, Nabisunsa right now in the light blue, being egged on by the assistant coach Bashir. Very passionate guy, passionate about this game. So you can see, even as both coaches are speaking, they're using not just words but actions as well. Here we see the Ravens just speaking candidly to each other. As
And
the
they look a
assistant
little
coach, they are more relaxed.
than
Today is a
Nabisunsa,
better
yeah.
day. It's a better Sunday. Nabisunsa, of course, is very tense.
Yeah.
On
Maybe something has got to tell about their organization today as well, because they were also here much earlier than Nabisunsa.
The early bird.
Yeah, the early bird
Catches
catching the work.
So
yeah, so they felt the court earlier. They, try to bond, to talk to each other, just before Nabisunsa were here. Maybe that could be another point to take home from this one as we enter the fourth and final quarter.
There is the assist leader for the Miracle Ravens, Emily Nerima. She has 3 assists to her name as they listen to their senior, Brenda Nachitende. Stepping back on the final 10 minutes of today's game, can Nabisunsa turn this around, or does Miracle have a stamp and signed signature to their name for the first win of the season?
Let's see how that goes. That's Brenda powering through.
Still a 19-point lead for the Ravens. First foul of the quarter from Nabisunsa. Picking up the foul. Darlene Tashovia shot 11, so Brenda will go to the line to shoot 2.
Of course, the lowest scoring game for Nabisunsa this season has been
this one.
Yeah, so far.
Are we guessing this one?
Yeah.
Or you're looking
but just
at,
before this, they had 38 points against the Magic Stormers last Sunday. Again, a game that we brought to you live again. So they might want to do better than they did against the Magic Stormers, and now they want to start on that journey right now. Good finish.
As we see Shabila Lamu coming in for Nabisunsa. This is her first 2 points of the game. She ran the floor quite well as
good block from Sarah Namale.
That is her 6th block for this game today. And she has forced a foul from Miracle, shot 19. After the block, I think Akech Christine, she got frustrated. I mean, how do you block me and then take the ball?
She seems to have this lanky, lazy demeanor about her.
Be careful about those.
Be careful.
Those Sarah, actually, that is her 6th block for today's game. They might not be as aggressive as you would expect a block to be, but she is really picking up her stats for today's game. Today, she's doing well. She just needs the rest of her teammates to rally behind her, as we see an official timeout being called there by today's commissar, Mr. Lawrence, I think to rectify a situation on the court. Official timeout on your screen right now, but still Ravens, like we were saying, Ravens are having a hard time with Sarah Namale. She's been in their faces today. We saw Namoya's shot being altered every time she came down the block, and right now we've just seen a block from her. As Nabisunsa wins
she's on
possession.
Both ends of the floor. I saw her in most of her
highlights. They really need her today to play big. They need her to play big. A backcourt violation is called. Sometimes I don't like to comment on the technical side of this game, but when there are so many whistles, it makes the game dull. I don't know what you think when you watch this game.
So sometimes
when it
yeah.
It's blow here, blow there, blow here, so it stops, and I'm sure the players get a lot of stoppages. Another block from Sarah, and another block from Sarah. Those are 8 blocks for today to her name as Darlene goes on the drive. Misses the running layup. Namuaya picking the rebound, sends the fast break pass, but Nabisunsa is able to recover and still almost a turnover from Sarah as she tries to send a cross-court pass to Darlene. But I mean, look at Sarah's statistics today. She's on the leaderboard for Nabisunsa. Both points, both blocks, both rebounds. As they miss the baseline shot, she latches onto the ball, but jump ball. Jump ball is called. She survived the foul there.
It's in the Nabisunsa favor.
Yes, Nabisunsa winning this one. Let's see if they can convert. They run a play in the inbound. But speaking of the inbound, Michael, do you know that when the referee hands you the ball, you have 5 seconds, to get it to your teammate on the court?
Otherwise, it will be given to the opposing team.
Exactly. So they were able to inbound, but unable to convert as Nachitende goes in with the ball. Push, faking, doesn't go. Nachitende on the left hand. Namuaya still moving the ball well is Miracle Ravens. Shot clock at 4 seconds. Attempt goes up. And they have the rebound, which is good. Nabisunsa slept on this box out. But they had played some pretty good defense. I mean, 3 seconds on the clock. They forced Nachitende to take a rushed shot, but they forgot to box out.
And they finish on the other end.
Shabila picking up, and this is Fatuma now. Picking up her first 2 points of the game. Turnover from the Ravens. A timeout. Is that a timeout? Timeout is called by Coach Arnold Katobi for the Ravens.
Yeah, there will be celebrations, I'm sure, in Rubaga. If they can just hang on, it will be quite a remarkable game where they have not trailed at all.
No, this one, they came to win.
They came to win.
They came to, like you said, they showed up early. They got their headset in the right state of mind, just being in the arena, shooting around, having a feel of the court. And it has really played in their favor that Nabisunsa's commander-in-chief is down with a bit of a health issue. Otherwise, I think this game would have been the scoreboard would have read quite differently had Karunji had more time on the court. But they look relaxed, as we notice right now.
Even on their bench, as we watch some of the best plays of this quarter. Not so many threes that we are seeing as it were for the first quarter, but some
think
good
the
shot
charcoal cooled off.
Yeah.
Someone poured cold water on.
We're seeing more of the layups.
Yeah.
So we are out of the timeout. This is the 4th and the final quarter for this contest between Nabisunsa and the Miracle Ravens, a newly promoted club, seeking their first victory, maiden victory in the big time of the women's league that is consisting of 10 teams. 2 will get down.
Oh, Sarah just missed easy 2 points. A very nice backdoor pass given to her. You really have to convert that. So,
especially considering the sort of game she's had.
Yes, but I think she felt it because she held her head and she was quite disappointed. But she converts the first one from the line as Nabisunsa looks to close this gap on your screens right there. Ravens with a very big lead for this game. Sarah making 2 for 2. So probably it would have been an and 1 and she would have had 3 points on the board. But she's doing well. She enters double figures on the points block. I mean, those are 10 points for Sarah Namale as we see her on the rebound again.
Very easily have a triple-double in this game in a losing effort.
She's almost there. She is almost just 2 more blocks. And yeah, 2 more blocks, 2 more rebounds, and she will be in the triple-double, where she can make a quadruple-double. I don't know if that exists. On the drive is Kush Nakazi, but she is fouled by Nabisunsa's shot 12.
Linda Abba. Power through.
So you see the advantage of having a left-hand dribble because she tried to control the ball with the right hand, so she was unable to convert the basket. But with a left-hand dribble, you're able to take on your defender and have the foul as well as the basket. Ravens, Kush goes to the line, makes one of two as Ravens extend their lead. Score is now 45-28 in favor of the Miracle Ravens, searching for their first win today, as Kush will return to the line. An early box out is called by the referee, an early box out from Nabisunsa. So Kush making the first of the two. She tries again for the second, misses this one, and they hustle for the rebound. Ravens will win it. The jumper goes up and it falls. Kush adding to her name. And the full court press is still being deployed by Nabisunsa as
Lots of
Fatuma crosses with the ball. Up she goes, misses the layup.
no follow-up from her teammates. Now Ravens can come again. Rebound. Pulled down by Nabisunsa. Akelo Winfred will get down. So it's 47-28. Midway through this fourth quarter of what is an enthralling encounter between Nabisunsa and Miracle Ravens, seeking their first victory. They really are on course. Unless anything happens here, clearly it should be. We know basketball, it's a sport that where every second counts, but you're thinking Ravens have this one sealed, but they want to make sure. Hustle play. Good.
And the jump ball is called. This time I think it will go to Miracle. Nabisunsa won the other jump ball, so Miracle will take this one.
Tende Brenda really managed this game quite well ever since she came on. Nabisunsa trying to have the steal, but it will be another jump ball.
And Nabisunsa winning themselves possession of this one as captain steps back on the court. Captain for the Miracle Ravens, Aliano, will get back on the
technical
court.
Foul.
Yes.
We had a moment. I had forgotten about her.
I think tempers have now cooled off. She had some time to sit and relax.
Still watching live action of the National Basketball League here in Uganda. It's the Miracle Ravens in the attack.
Another block from Sarah.
She's getting ever so closer to that magical triple-double as we watch Darlene get
big three.
Nambogo.
Step aside, big three, not step back. Step aside. That should lift the Nabisunsa squad.
But then they sleep on the other side.
And commit
the
and one.
Commit the and one. Give away.
Brenda picking off from where she left. Liano, the captain for the Ravens, you see her right now on the line. She was the leading scorer and she returns to pick up more points as we see substitution. Sarah Namale stepping off for the Nabisunsa team. And shot 15 for Nabisunsa will step on.
As the captain finishes off the three-point play, Aliano Brenda. Full court press from the Ravens. Darlene posting down. Kicking it out. The 1-2 and the finish is good from Nabisunsa.
Delicate drop as she went in there. She was afraid of the block, but at the same time she had committed to go for the basket. As the Ravens bring the ball down on the drive is Kush. Misses it. Darlene hustles for the rebound. As she winces a bit in pain. Still Nabisunsa possession.
Good spell for them. Although they still trail by 23 points in this fourth quarter. couple of threes and maybe things can very easily change. Mbogo.
You spoke about the three.
Yeah.
I think she had you. And an attempt went up as Ravens will inbound the ball. Namuaya back on the court. But very good defense right there from Nabisunsa as they stop Josephine. Had very good defense on Namuaya.
Yeah,
the lanky, the lanky Josephine has used the. Nabisunsa is now playing the man-to-man defense because they really want to at least close this gap to maybe 2 points, just a 2-point margin. As we see
Dalin trying to drive through, get this up for a teammate.
Sneaky drive.
Ball, sneaky drive, step back, bang!
There goes your three. Money in there.
Bang!
Money. Dalin.
On this Sunday morning.
Step back
with
three.
Dad watching.
She's not as tired as we thought, yeah?
Yeah.
Hustle play from Nabisunsa and they win the ball.
The ball again.
Tamasha.
Drive to the hoop. The defense is there. No
Still
foul
hustling.
call. Still hustling.
Finally.
Second time of asking. The finish is good.
Tamasha some energy from those 5 points.
And this is 38 points for them. That is the number of points they managed against Magic Stormers last Sunday. In that losing effort. But a foul call against shot 5. Fatuma Mwoda. Shot 15 actually.
Shot 15.
Josephine Adikiri.
But it's been a good 30-second run for Nabisunsa. That big three from Dalin and the hustle play from Tamasha to win the ball. She missed the first layup but was able to get it back and score those 2 points. So they've had a bit of a boost from those 5 points, which was good for them until this foul that has sent Nachitende to the line to try and convert, and she makes the first of 2. As Nabisunsa still looking to close this big gap, as you see the scores right there on screen, with Nachitende adding
finishing
to the tally.
Finishing the 2-point play. Wow, crossover
Beautiful.
is good from Nabisunsa. Dalin kicking it out, the foul call, blocking foul against the team captain for the Ravens.
Brenda committing a personal foul. Nabisunsa will get the ball on the side.
Inbounding has been an issue for them.
Very big one. And they commit a foul on the inbound. After causing a turnover, they go on to pick up a foul. And being in the red, because they have 4 team fouls, they send Brenda back to the line. And Miracle Ravens today has had a pretty good time on that charity strip. They have converted their free throws and they continue to do so as we see Brenda sinking the first one of 2, which is what has given them this points tally. They've converted most of their free throws, or at least one of each.
Now they're picking up the offensive rebounds. And Nabisunsa gave away another foul.
So she goes back to the line.
And as we said, they have really...
Akelo Winfred on your screen right there, picking 2 rebounds. She missed the first, picked up her own rebound, went back up and missed. And she smiles as she begs the ball
to just about get in.
So 2 for 2, increasing the lead.
Full court press still on by the Ravens. Coast-to-coast play. Kicking out. Can't drain the 3. Tashovia Dalin. Full court press from Nabisunsa. Both teams. As Nachitende brings this in for the Ravens, who are really, really comfortable.
Oh, they almost stole that one. Nabisunsa almost had it, but ball goes out of bounds.
With about 3 minutes left on the clock here in this decisive 4th quarter, they are gearing up for their first victory if they can just hang on
Indeed. 3 minutes on the clock. They can hang on for that long, and they can limit Nabisunsa from closing the gap. Turnover right there as the ball goes out of bounds.
Well, both coaches are not calling any timeouts, letting the play to just flow. Achitende, somebody who ever since she came off the bench has been quite instrumental for the Ravens.
Extremely instrumental. She's controlled the tempo of their game. She's commanded their defense, the full court defense you are talking about. She's contributed to the points tally. She's brought a wealth of experience to this game, and she's been able to give the Ravens, if we can call it right about now, their first victory for the first round of this 2022 season, although she misses the first.
I don't know how many times she's made a trip to the charity line as well.
Most of her points today, I think, have been off the charity strip. Yeah, Nabisunsa almost committing a turnover right there, but
surviving just about, and now driving it to the hoop and finishing it off well through Linda Abba. And the foul call.
So that will send her to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Can she make this shot to give them a decrease on the... But it rims out, and then early box out is called. So the ball goes back to the Ravens.
With about 2:31 on the clock. By international standards, you cannot say that lead is unassailable. We've seen teams recover from much bigger deficits. I don't know if Nabisunsa will be one of them today.
With probably 6 3-point shots in a row.
Something like that.
Yeah. As we see the full court pressure applied. Pass from Darlene, but she misses the layup, and Ravens will send it back and commit the turnover as Brenda is unable to get that fast break pass that was sent to her. But Michael, like you are saying, today she's been very instrumental to the Ravens squad. They're still on the leaderboard for the points tally. She's been able to contribute, but not just in the scoring area. She's been technical, showing them when to slow down, when to press the ball, and being able to show them, okay, who is the go-to guy right now. When Namoya is on, she sends most of them away and calls for Namoya to come and post up so she can be able to score the points. So you can see the amount of contribution she has brought on the floor today, and Nabisunsa was not able to stop her from doing that.
She'll take a breather though right now as we watch her teammates drain this one off the glass for the Ravens as the clock expired. Pio Fiona. That's why the celebrations are that wild, because they were able to just about beat the clock at the buzzer. But at the other end, wow.
Ouch. Foul, was it Brenda Aliano? Holding foul from shot 5 for the Ravens. Brenda Aliano. She's up, so she's fine. Nabisunsa's Fatuma is up, so she's fine.
I don't think there was any malice intended.
Not really.
Although it did not look exactly.
But for this foul, Brenda fouls out from this game. Aliano, the captain for the Ravens.
Captain, yeah. So she's done for the day.
As we see Nabisunsa sinking the first. Linda makes the first of her 2 free throws. Can she make the second as they try to close this gap for this game? Yes,
wow, finishes
converts. She converts the second inbound for the Ravens.
Bit of a discussion from the Ravens players.
Yeah, it is a
concerned discussion.
Very concerned. Kush trying to speak to a teammate about the inbound. Akelo Winfred, I think, was meant to quickly step out and inbound the ball before the full court press from Nabisunsa is deployed. You know, you want to catch them unawares So I think that is what she was trying to communicate to her. Like, let's do this quick before they come for the press.
So those are some of the best shots of this quarter. Kush there, draining one from deep. And then the dish out for Nabisunsa. And the mid-range hitting all net. What about the drive from the captain?
I like how she closes her eyes to go in there to show you that it is a territory where you don't have to be afraid to go in there because you really need that basket. And seeing that big step back three from Darlene, they've really tried to close this gap.
Yeah, and
Nabisunsa,
make the score at least respectable.
tidy.
Yeah.
Can we use the word tidy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think Ravens have this in the bag, Michael.
They should be having
looking
this
at the
in the
clock.
bag. About 1:36 remaining.
So wherever the champagne, is it champagne or
I
chilled
wonder.
water? Chilled.
Wherever it is.
Whoever
and,
has it should open it ready. As
they're still
Ravens miss
pressing.
turnover from Nabisunsa. Yes, I think they want to get into the 60 column, trying to score. But she misses the shot.
Misses the
Rebound
shot.
for Nabisunsa.
Still a full court press from the Ravens.
They are not letting up.
They are not letting up despite the massive lead of 17 points. Now this is a drive in to the hoop, but double dribble called.
Maybe I will keep quiet on that one.
I think I'll be like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch the full court press. As Miracle, the bench, like you can see, the bench is now relaxed, sipping on water because they know this one is going to them. Today's W, their first W for the season. They can celebrate it today on the drive, and she converts. Nerima finally converts and commits a foul, unfortunately. Beautiful drive from her, but then she also picked up a foul, and she will send Tamasha to the line for Nabisunsa to try and score the two and also decrease this gap, meaning Miracle has finally entered the 60 mark, 60 column, 61 to their name in this W. They are stamping their name for this win today to show other
just
teams.
Over 32 seconds remaining.
Oh, Tamasha.
On the game clock.
I think she didn't notice, but the rim was shifted yesterday. So she's really shooting different. Much better for the second shot.
For the second and closing moments that we are in before we can bring you power against the Tropical Royals. From way deep, can't go. Can they have the last laugh? Can't get to finish the
This energy
layup.
From Tamasha is very good energy in today's game. She's running the ball, she's driving the ball, she's picking up fouls, she's going to the line. She's had a very commendable game today, Michael. I don't know what you noticed.
She has.
She's back on the line to shoot another two. Right now,
well,
arms are tired, legs are tired.
Yeah.
I mean, she's played probably
really
35 minutes of this game,
Absolutely.
give or take. But very commendable job from Tamasha for Nabisunsa, shot 8, as she misses both.
So, possibly final possession for the Ravens. They want to have the last laugh.
Do they?
They have 4 seconds remaining to the end of this game. I hope they are aware and they make the shot, but the
celebrations as the bench rises up to welcome the players. You can see Barbara very excited for this win. You can see Brenda Nachitende, the coach, high-fiving, welcoming all the players. This is their first win, Michael, for round 1. This is a chance for them to get back into the running.
Absolutely. They've had to wait all of 5 games for their first win.
If you had you were on this team, Michael, would you wait all those 5? Would you have that patience?
I don't know if I would even have the patience of not leading from quarter to quarter.
But an interesting game today, Michael, as we look at the stats points. Before Brenda Aliano, the captain of the Ravens, fouled out, she led all scorers with 13 points, followed by her teammate Barbara Namuaya, who had 10 points. And for Nabisunsa, we had Sarah Namale. I think today she has a double-double or a triple-double. She had 10 points for the Nabisunsa team, as we see Tamasha there, who followed closely with 9 points for her team today for the Nabisunsa squad. That is on the leaderboard side for the points scored from both teams. But for commendable performance today is from Sarah Namale, the shot 13, the post player for Nabisunsa team. That is from my side, Michael.
Absolutely, a stunning game from her, and I don't think she has ever played any less. She's always one of the people driving this Nabisunsa team, especially in terms of trying to rebound, but also trying to put some points on the board, as we watch some of the best moves from this quarter. And Nabisunsa will now fall to 5-1, meaning they have played 5 games and won just the one. And the Ravens will improve to 5-1.
Indeed, indeed, improve. I like that word. They have improved. Today is a good Sunday for the Rubaga side. For Coach Arnold Katavi, he can celebrate today's win.